Here, oh fuck, I just pressed the live button automatically. But yeah, she was screaming and yelling to the point where I couldn't even explain like my point to where that shit is harmful. That shit is harmful to your body. I was trying to tell her that, but like that like doing that type of stuff is like risk to your health and into your like body, but she just kept screaming and yelling like at that point to the where it's just like it didn't even sound like she wanted an answer from me. Nova, what's good? Welcome to the stream. Oh my.
Person who doesn't really care.
I don't have like a hate thing towards Sonato. It's just that when my problem with people with like there's certain people that I can chill with when it comes to like Sonato, to where it's like they kind of just do it as it's a bit, like it's a joke, to where it's like they know it's not gonna happen, but they just do it because it's
I
a
mean,
bit,
if you
it's a
like
joke, they
art or
like it.
whatever, if you like the art or whatever, no one's gonna stop. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you like think, oh, this is canon, like Sonic is actually gay. I kind of have a
That's the thing. People like the actual people that really want it to be canon and basically are saying that, oh, that they want Sonic to be gay. That is like my problem is it's just like, oh, that Sonic can be gay or whatever. I don't care, but at the same time it's just like, make that shit make sense, please. Make At least make it make sense. Make it make sense. Don't just do it to basically push the message, right? Just make it make sense. Because like putting
I
him
don't
with
think Sonic
Shadow,
being gay would ever make coherent ever. Only
putting him with
because like
Shadow makes no sense.
they've never established Sonic ever. They've never Sega has never went out of their way to say, oh yeah, Sonic likes or likes men, right? Because like every single time you see Sonic, he's always like hitting on
I like that
female,
mouse
or even
controls on the
being
Switch too.
with the female. Because if Sonic was always intended to be gay, they would have never made Amy. Amy just wouldn't exist. Holly would not exist.
Yo, checkpoint, what's good?
I'm just saying, Amy would not exist. Sonic was intended to be gay. So clearly,
Oh
they want
my
you to ship
god,
Sonic.
that scared the mess out of me. I forgot how loud my TV was because I was watching I was watching someone play Mega Man.
I mean, I'm fine with like gay and media. Like, I'm not that kind of person that's like, oh, I hate like when gay is in media. Because no, I support them. I support, right,
I'm
100%.
cool. I don't honestly. I
Just
don't really care
like when it comes to
as long as
Sonic,
you're not a bad person. As long as you're not a shitty person.
When it comes to Sonic specifically, I get a little tense about it. It's like, okay, that's Sonic. No, you can't just go out of your way and already established character and make them gay, because that just ruins the character. For example, like having Sonic just suddenly be gay when he's never been before. That's like
Doing good.
mischaracterized.
Just
You're
uploading a video about Steampunk Rogue
very
and Metal
out of
Sonic
character.
in Sonic Rumble. That's awesome. That's awesome. Checkpoint.
I'm saying, to be honest with you, Sonic hasn't really been in character. Also, to be honest with you, if they made him gay, I wouldn't even be surprised, because Sonic hasn't been in character for a very long time. So why start now? And like I said, I wouldn't change. Sonic being gay wouldn't change my love for the franchise. It would make me like question things for a few minutes. But I would be okay. I could move on. It's not like if Sonic was gay, then I would suddenly like stop liking
I'm like,
Sonic.
at that point, then Amy's existence. like Amy's reason of existence would be for naught.
I mean, her reason for existence right now, literally for no reason. They're the whole their whole idea of what Ian Flynn's doing at the moment, Amy, I'd rather her not exist than that. Like, I would rather her go back to being the obsessive whatever / fangirl that people are trying to coin her as in the early 2000s. I'd rather her be that than not have a personality at all.
Hold on, let me check something, right? Because I'm not hearing any audio whatsoever. And I don't know if it's coming out through my, like, if it's coming out on the stream or not. Because usually I have it to where the audio should be coming out through my earphones, but I'm not hearing a thing, and that's kind of throwing me off. Unless I'm not wearing my earphones properly. Or I need to turn the volume up on my earphones. There we go. Bro is speaking facts about Amy, and I missed that version of her. Yeah, and you want to know why Amy's not like that anymore? Because we had these tourists that come into, we have these tourists that basically come into this space, basically wanting change, or they want to basically complain and misunderstand a character or not understand a character. Because we would all because they'll all go and say that, oh, Amy is just like Sonic's like basically Sonic's like crazy stalker, right? That's like Amy is just Sonic's like fangirl, right? And then there's like Amy does nothing, right? But that is not true. And it's like there's no way you've played the games and you're saying that crap. Like, you're like that Amy doesn't do anything, that she's just nothing but Sonic's like crazy like stalker. Like, you just did not play the games when she was playable. Like, there's no way that you played the same games I played, because ain't no way. Literally, Amy's whole entire story arc was not even revolving around Sonic all the damn time. Was Sonic there? Yes, obviously. But did it revolve around him 24/7? No, it didn't. Her literal like story, like she went to go help Birdie find her family, and that's like, that literally is like the end of her like within her story arc. And literally her whole character development that started from Adventure was that, oh, like, I'm gonna get Sonic to respect me, right? And then he'll want me to go on his adventures. And then by then it'll be too late. Like, Amy's whole story arc literally is basically trying to better herself into making it to where Sonic respects her and wants her around his adventures. And that was literally the start of her standing on her own 2 feet. And she did stand on her own 2 feet, because do we not remember what she did in Sonic Adventure 2? Who broke Sonic out of jail? Amy. Who literally convinced Shadow to help everybody involving into saving the world? Amy. Shoot, who helped Cream and Froggy find Chocola and wait, not goddamn, I said Froggy. Who helped Cream and Big find freaking Chocola and Froggy in Heroes? Amy. And did Amy have her own objective in Heroes? Yes, she wanted to chase Sonic, but the thing is, she helped her friends first before she did anything she wanted to do. She put her friends first before she did anything she wanted to do. When Cream and Big found Froggy and Chocola, That's when she went to go do what she wanted to do. Hell, she's a leader in Team Rose, and we're still saying she didn't do anything. That's crazy. Like, Amy's not my favorite character or anything like that, but I do like Amy a lot. I do like Amy a lot as a character, and I did like how Amy was back then. Hell, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'll even go out and say it that Amy was a childhood crush.
That's crazy. This has
I'm
gotta
like-
be a joke.
I'm not joking. When I was little, Amy was a childhood crush.
No, I was like looking. I'm looking at Twitter. So, someone said, from what I've seen from movie 3, I genuinely believe movie Sonata could be one of the best versions of the show.
Get classic
I look-
modern Amy back.
look at the-
Hashtag get classic modern Amy back. That's my
Classic.
thing though. We're not gonna get like basically the peak writing Amy had back then, and we can blame Ian Flynn for that crap. Because like it's already like, not only that, we can literally blame all the people that complained about Amy as well, like the fans that complained about his Amy, because like then Sega just went and changed her character, and now we just have Sally Acorns Mark II.
Gonna lie, I just wish he didn't like. It's not that I don't wish he existed. I do wish he still is there. I just wish that they would give her some sort of rejuvenating personality to where like we can recognize her as the same character, or like give her something like, like Boom, for example, where it's like, oh well, she kind of like Sonic but shy about it or something like that. I mean, Boom is not exactly like Amy either, but they keep mentioning Boom, and I'm like, even in had like a personality. Modern Amy has 0 personality. Like, what does she do exactly? What's her like passion? Oh, I like tarot cards. Okay, that's a hobby.
That's a
Not a
hobby, not a
personality.
personality. I don't know.
it's
I
just
feel like all the characters had more of a personality in the older games than how they are now.
no.
Which is like, yeah, what I want an adventure like remake, yes. What I want a Heroes remake, yes. But it's like the scary part is that if Ian Flynn's not on a chicken chokehold, then they're literally gonna zap all the personality those games had. And I'll just be playing those games simply because the gameplay and the music and what the games used to be back in the day. Because if they remake the games and don't have Ian Flynn on a chicken chokehold, then the remix will literally be just a shallow version of what they used to be. Which is a scary thought. Yeah, they basically changed Amy to where Amy is basically literally just like Sally Acorns too. they basically made it like Amy into Nick Fury now all of a sudden. Like, why is she leader of like the? She wasn't even leader of the resistance in forces. She just like she was literally like a receptionist or like a secretary or some crap because all she did was basically pull up the avatar's file.
Oh my god.
Like we go into like the IDW comics, which is like what they swear up and down that's canon, right? That's canon, right? Even though it's not, it's an adaptation. And I'm not sorry to burst like bubbles when I say that, but it's literally an adaptation. It's no like Sonic IDW and Sonic Prime, they're both adaptations. They're not canon. They're nowhere near the official timeline. There's no mention about them in the official timeline. But like we swear up and down that those games are canon, but yet they have so many contradictions. They have so many contradictions to the games, and yeah, the games might have some contradictions, but oh my god, Prime and IDW being canon would basically not make it any better. It would make it worse, because then we're just adding a lot more contradictions.
It's like it's a whole lot better. Like it's not.
Like honestly, I wish I wish they weren't doing the whole propaganda to where it's like, oh yeah, like that IDW was like not that. I wish they stopped that whole propaganda trying to say that IDW is canon, because then they would actually have creative freedom to do whatever they wanted.
100%. They could put the Freedom Fighters back, or they could have like Archie characters mix in with IDW.
I'm like, that's the thing about Ian Flynn. It's just that he drops a reference every 5 seconds to the point where references are not even cool anymore. He overuses references way too much to the point where it's not even cool anymore. Like, I lost count how many times Mantis referenced Sonic Adventure 2. Like, damn, I love Sonic Adventure 2 as much as the next person, right? But like, does it need to be like referenced every 5 seconds? No.
Let's see.
About to say, what the heck?
Dear Mario.
South Park, what's good?
It's like we always have those long, but we always have a time period on which they feel like the show should have ended. You know what I'm talking about?
What show?
Like with any like long running comedy show, like SpongeBob, Family Guy, fucking Simpsons, like a long running cartoon. You feel like, oh yeah, this season or this episode should have been. They basically, and then that season, kind of like.
I'm like, when it comes to that, shows like Family Guy, I feel like are just like they're not gonna end. I
know,
feel
but
like they're
there's
not
like
gonna end.
there's always like that time period where we think, oh yeah, this is where the show like lost the charm that it initially had. And I think it was, I don't remember which episode it is, but it's basically when Stewie stops being
Oh my god.
when Stewie
Do you
stops
think
being like the
Sega
evil
should?
little baby.
Did you think Sega and Nintendo should continue Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? Hell yeah, I would want them to continue. But you want to know why they're not going to continue? Because the people that worked on those games basically decided to invest in esports and NFTs.
I don't really care if they come back because I want them to.
Apparently, Sega has the license for the Olympic Games. Yeah, because they're a part of the exclusive deal. In the beginning, like the reason why Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games was created is because of like the exclusive deal that Sega and Nintendo had, to where a few games had to be exclusives on like their stuff, wherever it was on the DS, 3DS, or the Wii or Wii U.
Not gonna lie. I'm okay with like Mario and Sonic not existing if to have gotten an act crossover with the characters. Like I would take a 2D game where we have Mario and Sonic both being playable together over Mario and Sonic at the game. I know that some people's like first time or first introduction to Mario or Sonic, like we did Mario and Sonic. It was it was good. I liked those games, but I didn't need it. We could have went without it. We could have actually had a full-on crossover, which would have been nice.
So if we do have Olympic Games, would be Sonic at the Olympic Games if Nintendo doesn't want to do more. But however, I think it should continue. It's not that I don't think Nintendo would not want to do more, because I think Nintendo would want to do more. It's just that the people I'm trying to tell you that the people that made the Mario and Sonic in the Olympic Games, the studios that Sega and Nintendo, well, mostly Sega had them do it. They don't do Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games anymore because they want to invest in esports and NFTs. That is the literal reason why Mario and Sonic is not going to come back, is because the people that Sega had made those games want to invest in esports and NFTs. I don't know why Sega used the Sonic and Knuckles PC collection music in Origins. What?
There's a Sonic and Knuckles PC collection on their disc. I think it had Sonic and Knuckles, it had Sonic 3, it had other games on it that basically exclusive to the PC.
So yeah, sadly Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Tokyo, like the Tokyo Olympics, I think what the latest one was on the Switch, that's the last Mario and Sonic game on at the Olympics. And the reason why I say sadly is because that game had little to no dream events. And dream events is literally what kind of made what made Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games a lot more popular. At least when like Mario and Sonic at the London 2012, when that game came out, dream events literally carried the game. Yeah, Dream Events literally carried the game, and the fact that like the Switch, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic games on the Switch had little to no Dream Events was kind of jarring. Like the retro events were cool and all, but like, let's be real, who's playing those? I might have screwed up. I might have screwed up. But yeah, we're not having Mario and Sonic games anymore. Ever. At least when it comes to like the Olympic Games, we're never having those games come back ever. Unless Sega decides to find a different studio to do it. Yeah, let's Sega finds a different studio to do it. Yeah. What's your favorite childhood Mario and Sonic game? Because mine's Sonic Riders and I would say childhood games that I've played like for hours on end. It would be Galaxy. It would be Galaxy. It would be Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes is another childhood game that I would literally say I spent a lot of time playing. Yeah, Galaxy is a game I spent a lot of time playing when it came to Mario. And then when it came to Sonic, I would say most of my time went to Heroes or Colors on the Wii or DS, because I had both versions. Pac-Man comes out on the 7th. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that Pac-Man comes out on the 2nd, and it's funny because I didn't even I didn't schedule for like oh when like Pac-Man was coming out, because I didn't think oh Pac-Man was coming out. Like I basically scheduled for Sonic Rumble and Sonic Racing Crossroads that day on Wednesday, because like because I felt like basically playing it on a Wednesday. I didn't even know Pac-Man was coming. I literally thought it was gonna be II first. We'll get II eventually. I don't know when, but we'll get him eventually. Are we getting II the same month? We might be getting II the same month, because Tangled and Whisper comes out next month. Probably not, because yeah, Tangled and Whisper comes out next month. I don't know if they do free update characters and the paid DLC characters at the same time. It does say January? Huh. So then I guess sometime near, I would say the end of January is when we probably get II. Do we genuinely know when we're gonna get Mega Man? Let me look on Crossroads. Like, I don't think we know when we're actually gonna get Mega Man. We need to be careful. I'm getting deja vu. You know what? I know what the deja vu is coming from. Is when I saw Kurbanarani 456 was trying to get all the stars in Galaxy 1 and 2, and he was on the exact same level, I'm pretty sure, and he got flattened and he died. But I'm not keeping tradition, I guess, because I didn't flatten and die. I fell and I died. That was so close. Perhaps somewhere in April or something, maybe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not again. We're good. We're so good. Now I want that cosmic coin, and I know exactly how to get it. Or at least I thought I knew exactly how to get it. I'm trying so hard to not get flattened, and it's scary. I'm so dead. I shouldn't have spun there. I've not died because I got flattened. I've just been falling. There's a mod for Crossroads to make Team Sonic plus Amy run on foot. I've seen that. Yeah, the modding community is crazy. They even modded the game to where you can have the hero skins, and you can have like the hero skins in Crossroads, and not only that, I think they modded like all of the heroes VAs in the game too. Cause I think I did hear Ryan Drummond's voice in the video. I shouldn't have done that. Things brings back Sonic R. That's the thing though, we could never have a game like Sonic R, right? Because back then people complained about, oh, Sonic R is terrible.
remember people saying Sonic R was terrible.
People were saying Sonic R was terrible back then. That's why we won't have games like Sonic R anymore.
Oh, Sonic R, yeah.
And then the thing is that like people would complain about, I guess, when it comes to Sonic and racing games in general, because it's like a whole lose lose type situation to where it's like you have Sonic in a car, right? But then people would complain like, oh, why is he in a car? He's the fastest thing alive. But then people would say like, oh, but if he races on foot, wouldn't he just win every race because he's the fastest thing alive? It's like it's a lose-lose situation to where it's like, damn.
Well, I mean, one basically destroys character, the other one's a fun gameplay mechanic. Because in his characterization, it says that he doesn't like racing in cars. That literally it says in his bios that he doesn't like racing in cars. They removed them, conveniently enough, after the fact. But originally he said that they said, oh, he doesn't like racing in cars. And that was during the Sonic Drift era where they had him writing it. Clearly they wanted to separate Sonic. If Sonic drives in a car, oh, that's not canon.
He gets overhate because of the slippery controls. I never thought that Sonic R had slippery. It had slippery controls. I never thought of that. It's just that I thought the turning sucked in Sonic R until I learned that how you move in Sonic R is definitely a skill issue. Because when I went to Sonic Expo, shoutouts to Hard Pretzel, he taught me the ways. He opened the third eye when it came to Sonic R. Like, he taught me to actually play the game properly. And I'm like, wow, it really is a skill issue out here. It really is nothing wrong with Sonic R. It's really just a skill issue. And I feel like that's how it is when it comes to Sonic games in general, to where it's like, it mostly is like, it's mostly a skill issue. To where
that's when it's genuinely bad.
I'm like, the times where it's like it's genuinely bad, it's like 06. Because it came out as like a broken mess. And then not only that, but Sonic's story was like trash. But let me stop saying that before the 06 defenders come out here and try to crucify me.
6 defenders literally are in denial.
Like, I like playing 06 as much as the next person. 06 is a guilty pleasure to me, but it's like, to go and be in Delulu and say it's not bad is, I don't know about that, G.
Also, to say that it's one of the best Sonic games is crazy.
06 literally put Sonic at a terrible spot. It literally made Sonic to where he was the butt of the joke, a laughing point.
Good go.
Hell, Sonic, I would say Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is even worse, but hell, at least like Sonic Boom didn't make it to where like it was just as damaging as what '06 did.
Like what one person said, it's basically '06 was bad, proved that Sonic is bad, and then basically Sonic Boom just reinforced the idea that yep, Sonic is bad. That's literally all it did for people. Is that '06 proved yep, Sonic's terrible. We don't like Sonic anymore, and then Boom came along. It's like, yep, just basically after Colors and Generations, like, oh, maybe Sonic's coming back, maybe it's not as bad as we thought, and then Boom comes out, I was like, yep, actually we were wrong. Sonic's still bad. It just reinforced the idea, it didn't start the idea.
Yeah. I went upstairs a bit to get my Sprite, and I'm not gonna lie. This might be controversial for me to say, but I kind of miss plastic straws. Cause these paper like straws, like they don't last very long. They're not necessarily good. And I know that we stopped using plastic for stuff like this because the poor sea critters, right? So like poor sea critters, right? When honestly, all y'all really have to do is stop throwing y'all garbage in the ocean. What is wrong with you people? Like legit, just stop throwing your garbage in the ocean and we'd be fine.
Feel like people. When has people ever listened when it comes to the environment?
Never.
Because I can't tell you how many people have said, God's gonna come and destroy the planet, so why do I have to take care of the environment?
Who said God was gonna destroy the planet?
I'm sort of like apocalyptic, like people.
I don't remember that being said in the Bible. In the Bible.
Something about God coming on and basically removing Earth and making a new Earth.
I don't remember that in the Bible.
It's there.
It is?
He
know.
never
I
said
feel
he
like
was
we're not gonna live to see that though.
like 10,000 years or something like that. I don't know. The final book is so weird because it's so apocalyptic and it's very weird. It's like, oh yeah, it's like God's gonna come down, destroy everything, and then rebuild Earth. And then there's gonna be like 10,000 years of like this new Earth. It's basically gonna be all fine and hunky dory, and then oh, here comes devil. One last final showdown between the devil and God. Devil basically dies. Gets They create hell for all of these demons and the devil, and basically that's when after these 10,000 years are up. That's when God finally enough kills the devil and the demons.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Was there? I did. I went to a private school.
Helicopter. You went
I
to
know,
a private school?
I did. I went to a public school, like elementary school.
I'm like,
And then when I went
this joke is not this. This is not even a joke. This is actual like genuine correction. Like, did it? If you step out of line, did they really hit you with rulers?
No. It's a Catholic school. So there's difference in privates. There's a private school that's specifically Catholic, and then there's ones that are Protestant. And the ones that are Protestant are very... It's like your stereotypical public school, except you have to wear uniforms. That's the only difference. But everything else is essentially the same. Where you have people like it's less strict and all that kind of stuff. Catholic schools are the ones that are super strict. And if you don't mind your manners or don't do your stuff, they'll hit you and that kind of stuff. Because there are people in Catholic schools that went from a Catholic school to a regular private school, which was like a Protestant Christian. Both different kind of like philosophies and theology. Also, Catholics believe that Mother Mary is more divine than what she is actually. So Mother Mary was just a woman in history, whereas Catholics believe Mother Mary is somehow, some way, since she birthed Jesus, somehow that makes her just as important as everybody, even though she's literally just a woman existing. And then, yeah, so the difference between a public school is that the private school had less kids. It also had like more stricter like education. So basically, the reason that you either sent them to private school is either because you wanted them to follow religion, so you wanted them to go to religious part of it, or you sent them there because you wanted to get them a better education. Mine was all the above. So basically, they sent me there because they wanted to send me to somewhere religious. Two, they also wanted to send me to somewhere a better education. Meaning, literally all the stuff was harder. I was taking college courses in high school.
I bet all that stuff was expensive too.
Yeah. But they didn't pay for it.
What?
Yeah, they didn't pay for it. My aunt, my great aunt or my aunt. It was one of the two. It's great aunt, or whoever. I've only met her once. Paid for it. She lives in Chicago.
She lives in Chicago?
Yeah. She's my great aunt, I think. because she was my
Oh my
grandmother's
god.
sister, so I think she's my grand.
I basically I say the same thing when it comes to my grand aunt. I just call her my grand aunt because she's my grandmother's sister. So I just say grand
Yeah,
aunt.
she's my grandmother's sister. Yeah, she's my grand aunt. She sent me money for my school. Yeah, she would send me money for school to go to a private school. 'Cause when I went to middle school and high school, that's when I went to private school. So I could get better education than what I was getting in elementary school. I'm not gonna lie, getting sent to a private school made everything worse though.
Made what worse?
Like made everything worse when it came to like the way I saw like
Religion or something?
because I started learning a lot about the Bible in middle school and high school. To the point where I started like learning a lot about it, and then the more I learned about it, the more I started questioning my faith at a point, because like I started questioning if I was a Christian at some points, because I was just like, this seems to be contradicting this, it seems to be contradicting that, and then this point where I was just like, I just ended up being neutral about it, just like, oh yeah, I believe in God and all that, but at the same time, it's like I don't the ins and outs and all. Because the
When it
more I
comes to
try,
me, I was raised in a Christian household, so it's just like when it
Yeah.
comes. So it's like with me, it's like I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know like everything, but it's like I would say, yeah, I'm Christian. I believe in God and Jesus and all that stuff. Like I was raised within that household.
yeah,
And do I look into it further to be religious and learn everything? No.
yeah, it's just like when you have parents that are soup to the point where that's talk about it all the time, and then you're there, they talk about it a whole lot. It's kind of like a contrast, and then when they bring up stuff that's like not true, right? Like they bring up in the Bible that say, oh, well, the Bible says that, and the Bible says that. I wish Christians would stop saying stuff like that, because when they say stuff like that, they contradict themselves when they say that, because the Bible teaches love, but then let me bring you all the verses of the Bible that doesn't talk about love and says the complete opposite of what you're talking about. The problem with saying the Bible says this is because the Bible doesn't say anything. The Bible basically says whatever you want it to say based on whatever book you're reading. That's kind of the whole thing that I was trying to point out, is that if you're talking about a specific book, you need to focus on, okay, what is the book saying? Like, what is the specific author trying to say in the book? Because if you look at what the book itself is trying to say, that's different than saying, okay, what does the whole Bible say? Because the whole Bible is different than saying, okay, this is what one specific author is trying to talk about. Because one specific author will steer you in a certain direction, right? But then you have to realize the Bible is comprised of many different authors, 66 authors, many different 66 authors who also have different viewpoints and different things they're trying to say. So when you take that in consideration, I know literally there's not some of the like books or whatever written by the same people. You can debate me on that later, okay? But what I was saying is that the 66 books were written by 66 probably different people So to me, it's like, okay, what is the one book trying to say versus, because it's like the Bible is not a book, it's a collection of books. It's like basically trying to say, oh, well, this Harry Potter book says this, but this Harry Potter says that. It's basically like saying it's the complete thing when in reality it's many different things comprising one. And that's what I'm trying. That's the only thing that like I get wrapped around basically is the whole idea of, oh, well, here's this one book, but in reality they treat it as one book when it's actually in reality 60 different books saying 66 different other things and what the other books are trying to say. So that whole point about Revelation earlier about how his book is like all apocalyptic and saying, oh, the world's gonna end and God's gonna come down and destroy everything. That's the only book that says that. Every other book doesn't say anything about that. So it's like, is God really gonna come down and destroy the earth and rebuild it and make a new earth? I don't know. It depends on if you mean it like if it's actually going to happen. Do you think it's a future event? Do you think, oh, him making a new earth was somehow metaphorical? Like, is he not going to destroy the earth? Is it metaphorically he's going to come down and basically make a new... I don't know. It's a problem sometimes when it comes to reading it, is that you never know when it's actually being straight up, yeah, this is what's going to happen. So yeah. And Retro died.
Oh no, I was just taking in the like level design because I was like, yo, they really remade they really did remake an N64 level into Galaxy 2, and it's crazy, kind of. Where are we going? Oh. Yeah, let's move out the... Jesus Christ, he made the ground shake. There we go. I'm about to say, we haven't hit this man once. Just one more time. I could not move for the life of me. But it's over. Yeah, I wonder how long we've been streaming. An hour. Hey, we got a Bob-omb on the ship. Nice. Does anyone remember the Sonic 3 McDonald's collab that happened in 1994? You're asking that South Park, I'm gonna just tell you this right now. I wasn't alive during that time. To be completely honest with you, I wasn't born. I was not born during that time. I mean, I know none of us were alive, but do you at least hear of it? I've watched commercials of like the old like McDonald's like stuff. What they want me to do here is kind of scary. Oh my god, that was a mistake. I want more Sonic and Mario games. They're a pretty good duo. Honestly, I can live without it. As much as how cool it would be, I can live without it. Oh my god, I didn't have any more clouds. I swear I hit the spin button. Sonic 4 came out. Comes out. I said came out. My bad. Comes out next year. Sonic 3 will be 2 years old in December. That's crazy. I'm like, it's a year old now, but that's like crazy. I still think we kind of got shadowed like too early. That like when it comes to like the movie universe, we kind of got shadowed too early. So now it's like the genuine question would be, oh, how is 4 going to top how is 4 going to top 3? Have there ever been a Mario game made in Unreal Engine? No. No.
Oh,
It's sad they're leaving out my boy Silver for Sonic 4. Maybe he'll be in the post-credit scene. This is literally coming from like a Silver fan, by the way, when I say this, but like I doubt that. As much as how much I would love to see Silver, I don't feel like he's coming. I don't think Silver's coming. Like I feel like literally the next thing we will see, like the next thing we'll see is like a teaser trailer for like basically Shadow's movie. And then there's already, for some reason, there's talks about that that we're getting a Heroes movie for some reason. Which let's go Heroes movie. But it now it like makes me think that Sonic 4 might mostly be just a CD type movie then.
Silver's not coming. And I don't know if he ever will, because if they actually do time travel in Sonic, as like they seem like they're going to do, like, and they're leaning towards it being like Sonic CD, yeah, I don't know, because like we're gonna just do the whole, okay, let's travel through time again, because wouldn't that kind of get old? Like if we did it twice? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible that 4 could lead into the next one, which would be Silver, but no. I feel like that would be kind of stupid. I wouldn't like that. Like, I don't feel like I would want a part 2. feel like having just one movie, beginning, middle, and end, would be having Amy be the focal point of the movie, and then having Metal Sonic be the main villain, and then have Amy and Sonic team up together to Metal. Maybe have Tails and Knuckles, and have like some Sonic Hero kind of. Like, it's basically gonna be Sonic CD with Metal Sonic's the main villain, so Sonic Amy throughout most of the movie, and I feel like towards the end, Tails and Knuckles are gonna come in at some point, and then we're gonna get final battle is gonna be like Heroes-esque, where we have all 4 characters versus Metal Sonic, and that's what it's basically probably gonna be, and I'm okay with that. And then the post-credit scene is probably gonna tease Shadow again, maybe Black Doom. Might have another female character like Rude is a possibility. The teasing the Chaotix might be a possibility. Of literally anybody but is pretty much going to be my guess. The reason I don't think it's going to be Silver is because like Silver is going to be like towards the end, right? Like Silver, I feel like is going to come at like the end of the next trilogy, right? Because like, you know how Sonic 3 was so big, like, oh my god, look, it's the third, it's so big. I feel like that's what's going to be the end of another trilogy. We're going to have Silver like Sonic 6, right? Or some shit like that, where it's like Sonic 06 like memes, where it's like, oh, it's Sonic 6, it's Sonic 06, you know, the movie or whatever. I feel like that's what's going to be. So I feel like we're going to have to wait years before we get Silver the Hedgehog. It's literally going to be like 8, 9, 10 years to get anything Silver Lake. So we have the Shadow movie or whatever coming out. We have or Shadow movie or series, and then we have the universe like movie event. Whether that be the Shadow movie or something else, or the Shadow series or what, I don't know. Some sort of event movie. That could be the Shadow thing or not. Either way, we're getting both. And then we're possibly maybe going to get like maybe a series dedicated to another character. So we have a series that is going to be dedicated to another character. We have an event movie coming out. So that could be like an Amy series, that could be a Shadow series, that could even be a full-blown other movie, smaller movie, budget movie after Sonic 4. I would take even a prequel movie to explain Amy's backstory, maybe. I hope they explain some of that in Sonic 4, but I mean, they might expand upon it if it's interesting enough. They might expand upon it like another movie, I don't know. Or they could introduce a whole blown character, which would be cool. Or they could just, do whatever they wanted. I mean, because, like, I don't feel like Silver's coming. That's the thing. I feel like there's so much left for them to do before they get to Silver. I feel like Silver is going to be, like, their last hurrah, right? Like, everybody wants Silver to be in a movie, right? So I feel like they've already done Shadow. They don't want to milk their audience to the point to saturation where, like, they have nothing left to go off, right? So I feel like we got Amy. She's good enough, and then we're gonna build on it. This is the time to start building up, right? Because like Sonic 1, it's like there's this build up in Sonic 2, and then when you get to Sonic 3, it's like there's the climax. There's what you've been waiting for. Here's the big epic movie we've been waiting for, kind of shit. Or like Sonic 4 is gonna be like, okay, Sonic 4 is gonna be kind of a smaller movie. Maybe it's gonna have some sort of epicness to it, but it's gonna be like, okay, there's not going to be a lot of characters, but there's going to be a lot of character moments in it, right? And then Sonic 5 is going to be like, okay, well, let's raise the stakes a little bit more from what Sonic 4 offered. And then Sonic 6 is going to be what Sonic 4 and 5 are leading up to, right? And I feel like that's going to be the Silver movie you guys want. Is going to be where Silver, main villain / antagonist or / hero movie. And then we're going to have some sort of other threat involved as well. Maybe Mephiles. I don't know if they would go that far, but maybe Mephiles. But what I'm saying is that I definitely could see Silver coming. It might happen eventually. but my sneaking suspicion is that they're going to start building, right? They're going to start building up. And I feel like Sonic 4 would be too soon to introduce Silver. It would be way too soon to introduce someone of that caliber. And not only that, introducing it alongside Amy and Metal Sonic might get crowded. And we need to even see if basically Sonic 4, because there's no guarantee that Sonic 4 might not be the last. Sonic 5 might not be Sonic 6 or who. No guarantee that there's going to be any movies after 4 or whatever's been announced so far. That's like we always assume that there's going to be another one, but eventually there's going to be a time where they're not going to make any Sonic movies. At least I hope that's the case, because I hope they don't continue this. I hope they don't just continue it because, we have to make more of these. I want them to make it because there's a love and a passion and reason to make them. So I don't want it to be like the MCU where we have to make another movie to continue the series or whatever. I want them to have a reason to exist, have a natural conclusion by the end of it. So like, if the Sonic movies, for example, have their end game, I want it to end with that movie. So like, if Sonic 6 feels like the last, it should be the last.
Oh my god!
Then I feel like it should be the last movie, or whatever trilogy they want to end on. So I feel like the Sonic movie should end at some point. I don't think they're going. And I know that might be a hot take, like, but the movies are doing so well. Why would you want them to end? They need to end at some point before they get to the point where, okay, we've made a little too many, and now that we're losing our audience. I don't want to get to a point where just basically it ends on a cliffhanger, or we get to the point where they're forced to end it on a weird note. I want them to go out with a bang, going out on the note they wanted to end on. And not being forced to make more movies just for the sake of it. Plus, you have to think, right? There's not a lot they can do, right? After 6 or even like after the 2000s, because like, what are they going to do? Are they just going to make Colors adaptation or Generations adaptation or Forces or Frontiers adaptation? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get as far.
I think what's going to happen is that eventually the movies are going to stop, and then it's just going to get a live action TV show. Like, we're going to get into a TV show aspect.
Yeah. Or they could reboot it with an animated version, right? They could reboot it and make an animated spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what I've always been wanting from the Sonic movies is I'm cool with getting live-action movies. That's nice and all, but I really want an animated Sonic movie. Like, I've always wanted an animated budget Sonic movie, like straight to theaters, straight animated CGI flash animation film. Kind of like the Unleashed opening, for example, where like we have this big budget Sonic movie and it's animated. I don't need the English cast or the video game Sonic voice actors. You can put any voice actors you want in the movie. I don't care. I just want it to look like the Sonic games, like in animation wise. Kind of like how Prime looked without the bad writing. So basically, mix of Prime's animation with like the story direction of like the early 2000s, essentially is what I was thinking, and then we could have like a better, like a grand story. Maybe it's about just Sonic. Maybe Sonic's just the main character. Or maybe it has Tails and Amy. Maybe Knuckles shows up every once in a while, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want any other characters like Shadow or anybody like that to show up. And that I would just want it to be okay. Sonic versus Eggman, Tails and Amy in it. Knuckles shows up maybe, and that's all I want in that movie. I don't need Shadow. I don't need
You
Silver. I
know they're
don't need
going to
Blaze.
you know they're going to shoehorn Shadow in there.
I don't want Shadow, and I'm gonna say it's the nicest way possible. Shadow's overrated, and he needs to like stop being around in the Sonic games. The reason I'm saying that is because they shoehorn him into everything to the point where I wish he would have just stayed dead in Adventure 2. Because if we're just going to use Shadow as a marketing tool to be like, guys, look at Shadow, guys, look at Shadow, he should have died in Sonic Adventure 2. Because, God, the only reason he shows up in anything is just so, oh, look at Shadow, guys, look at Shadow, please buy our game, please buy our
And
game,
pe-
look at
and
Shadow.
people buy it up. That's the thing is that people eat it up. That's why they keep doing that. Because Shadow's the second most popular character.
Guys, look at Shadow, guys, look at Shadow, guys, look at Shadow. Please buy my game. Watch my movie.
Shadow's basically eye candy. And that's why I feel like that's why Shadow is like literally in the movies, like in the third movie, because I felt like we literally was just trying to like just it was just for eye candy.
Well, I mean, I feel like they needed Shadow in Sonic 3, I guess, from their perspective, because they needed Sonic 3 to be so big that it would solidify them as being able to make more and more movies. Because I feel like they said, okay, once we get after 3, we'll be able to make as many movies as we want, essentially. That's what they're thinking. It's like, because most movies don't basically movies don't go after 3, right? Most movie series end at 3. 3 is like either the magical blessing or the magical curse, where they go off a good note or go off on a bad note. If they go off on a good note, then maybe they might be able to make more movies. If they make a movie and it sucks, and it's the third movie, that means they're not making any more movies. So they needed a movie that would do well, guaranteed to do well, and also be bigger than all the other movies. So Sonic 3, aka making it like Adventure 2, would be such a great selling point and basically make it the biggest Sonic movie of all time and make it the most highly rated, would guarantee them to be able to not only have enough money to make more Sonic movies, also give them enough like leeway to do whatever they wanted. Because after they got after 3, they would have the respect, and basically they would have the fans and enough fans to carry on the rest what they wanted to do with the Sonic movie. That is exactly what ended up happening. That Sonic 3 was not only the highest selling video game until basically Super Mario, until Super Mario 2 or I don't know. Was the biggest highest rated, but Super Mario may have called me a liar on that. I don't know. I don't know how much Super Mario movie did.
It sold a lot. Like I think it hit billions.
Yeah, but I think that Sonic 3 at the time, one of the biggest, highest of all time, and it's like ratings wise, it's the best rated video game movie. It's like 86 or 85% on Rotten Tomatoes and 98% for fan and critics and all that. So it's basically 80s, 90s all the way around across the board. That's a pretty successful video game movie compared to the laughingstock that has been the video game industry when it comes to movies. Most of them don't get passing scores, but all 3 Sonic movies had, and the third one got in the 80s. So to me, it's like something's clearly working with them, and Sonic 3 had to be the biggest one yet. And that's exactly what they did. That they literally destroyed expectations when it comes to ratings and stuff like that. And I really believe 100% it's because of the Shadow stuff, because they made Shadow's like arc in that very. They didn't basically make it so gamey to the point where you couldn't understand it, right? They didn't add all the complex stuff about Shadow's story like Black Moon, or like they didn't add all of the nitty gritty kind of Shadow stuff. They just kept it similar to Adventure 2, but they told their own story with it and basically had it to where, oh, you don't need to play the games to understand the movie. You can watch the movie without understanding anything of it. Or even watch Sonic 3 and that be your first Sonic movie. Sure, you wouldn't get all the references to Sonic 1 or 2, but you could watch Sonic 3 without having watched the first or the second one. So I feel like these are where these movies really have their strengths, is that you can watch the second movie without having seen the first one, and you can watch the third movie without seeing the first two movies. It's really just like the Sonic movies are so great because you can jump in whenever and not miss a whole. Which, if they made a part 2 of a movie, I feel like that would be the nail in the coffin for them, because they would basically have to watch the other one first before watching the second one. They couldn't just simply jump to the new one. They would have to have seen the other one, which might deter people from going to watch the newer one. I don't know how right I am on that, but it might deter people from going to watch the newer one because, oh, we haven't seen the other one yet. We have to watch the other one before seeing the next one. But yeah, I don't know.
What's 20 coins? I don't got 20 coins.
I am back.
Yep.
Pac-
Yeah.
Pac-Man's coming on the 8th.
Nah, he's coming on the 7th.
A 7.
He might have a festival on the 8th. Because every time when they drop a character, they just do a festival immediately. Mm,
I don't know if fans really like the idea of Shadow being taller than Sonic, but they're literally the same height. It's just Shadow has hover.
ooh,
Sonic and Shadow are the same height.
yeah.
It's just he has air. His hover shoes look like they might make him like he looks taller because of his hover, but he's actually the same height.
Here we go. Where's the last one? Oh my god, the last one was hiding. What the heck? Why did Mario just slide off the stage? He slid off the stage harder than I would literally slide off the stage in Heroes. What the heck? Got it. Bruh. Got it. I just read how South Park was saying how Knuckles was beating Sonic's ass in Sonic 2. And then Shadow didn't break Sonic's wrist. What? And to be honest, Sonic did like equal amount of damage to Knuckles doing more damage than Sonic, to be honest. Like most of like Sonic and Knuckles fight in Sonic 2 was not one-sided.
Oh,
Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mhm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so far so good. So far so good. We're literally smoothing right now. Yeah, I think that was a perfect run, chat. We didn't get hit once nor die once, obviously. All right, this is it, chat. This is the final level of Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is it. This is where everything goes down the wire. Oh my god. They did not have to cook this hard with the music. That was a mistake. I should have waited for the platform, but I assumed the platform was coming. And that was my problem for assuming. Alright, we're doing so well so far. Oh my god. Yoshi, please come back. Oh, we're fucked. That one mistake cost everything. They did not have to hit this hard with the music. They did not have to hit this hard. Oh god. We lost Yoshi. Nice. We lost Yoshi. And that's a problem. Yeah, we lost Yoshi, and that's a problem. Wait, where was my reticle? Where was my reticle at? I was literally pointing at the screen trying to find where my reticle was at, and then it was just non-existent. Oh my god, Yoshi done fell into the... Oh my god. For the love of God, Mario, please jump. I didn't even know the platform sinks down. I like how when you grab Yoshi, like, you just hear, like, a drum going off. Like Yoshi kind of just changes the music a little bit. And then as soon as I lose Yoshi, there goes the drums. And then the drums comes back. Oh my fucking god, are you serious? Wait, yo, the same thing was about to happen to where my reticle was not showing up. I wish Mario would jump when I'm clearly pressing the A button for him to jump. What? Like, why is Yoshi so fucking slippery? Really wish when I'm trying to jump that these characters would jump. I'm literally holding the A button for Yoshi to like literally hover in the air for like a few seconds just to make it across the platform, but he just doesn't do it. Is Yoshi just gonna ever do the thing like? Oh my fucking god. So far, so good. Alright, we're nearing the end. He just has Peach in a bubble. Yeah, we gotta avoid that. We gotta avoid that too. Don't let any of that hit you. There we go. I cannot believe we missed. There we go. Right in his face. Gonna dodge that. Oh, don't get hit by that. Don't get hit by that. That's a spicy meatball. There we go. Oh! We're not good. We're not good. We're not good. We missed and I am upset. We missed so bad and I'm pretty upset. I cannot believe that just happened. What? For the love of God, Mario. Right here! What? We need to lock in for real. Like, I swear, like, we just need one more hit. There we go. That is it. It's over. What? He ate the star, Chief. Chief, there's a freaking part 2 to this. What is happening? I need to stop missing. Nope. See ya. And then Bowser fell into darkness. Mans fell in the realm of darkness. And that is it. It's Rosalina's observatory. Time space. Not even the laws of the universe can stop it. Newest gentle pull would prevail.
Yes. Thank you.
My man's ran off with Mario's cap. And that was Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Really good game. Really love the game. Still peak 3D Mario to me. Oh snap, we playing right now? I forgot about this. Oh wait, we can't spin because we don't have Luma and we don't have the hat.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Thank you so much for playing my game. Welcome. And then they just added all this extra. Quality assurance, localization, Nintendo Co. Special thanks. General producer, executive producer. Build a special world. All right, I am done for today. This was Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Nintendo Switch 2. We are done, and I'm going to now check on the votes. Right, we're going to check on the votes. So we basically ended on a tie, a three-way tie. So I'm gonna just ask a I'm gonna basically just have to ask a family member on like what to pick between Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, or Kirby Air Riders, or Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Cause y'all let this end on a tie, on a three-way tie. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask a family member on that now. And then y'all probably see what y'all get next week. Even though next week I'm not gonna try to stream all too much next week, cause like, or at least I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more, because again, I do have like my oral surgery coming up next week, so yeah, probably gonna like stay off for a bit, probably 3 days and not come back. But that's about it. For all the people that basically came into the stream to support your boy, say hello, all that good shit, thank you guys so much. You guys are the real ones. You guys are very much appreciated. Even my lurkers, they came here to see me play some more Super Mario Galaxy 2 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Thank you guys so much. I do acknowledge you guys. You guys do exist to me. Hell, even I tend to lurk in my favorite streamers' streams sometimes. Hell, even I tend to lurk in my friends' streams sometimes. So y'all are not alone on that. I do acknowledge you guys. You guys do exist to me. Thank you guys so much. You guys are also the real ones. And for all the people that's basically watching this as a video right now, I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching this wonderful VOD. And if you guys liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Jump on that notification bell so you'll be notified when I do another video, live stream, community post, whatever the hell I do on this channel. The next time you guys will see me will be tomorrow. tomorrow for some Persona 4 Golden, more Persona 4 Golden. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I gotta say. Always remember to please take care of yourselves and have a damn good one. Peace.